Something happened. You found yourself in a pitch black. There is no emotions, no memories, no sound. There is no you anymore. As the concept of you fades away, a subtle awareness emerges. It's not an awareness tied to personal experiences or emotions, but rather a formless consciousness, devoid of identity. The boundaries that once defined your existence dissolve into nothingness. Is this death? The concept of death has been a mysterious aspect of human existence. And throughout history, various cultures and belief systems have sought to explain and understand it. At its most basic level, death can be defined as the permanent cessation of all biological functions that sustain a living organism. However, humanity has grappled with the deeper questions surrounding death, seeking to find meaning and explanations beyond the biological. Many cultures have turned to mythology and religion to explain the nature of death. For example, in ancient Egypt, death was seen as a transition to the afterlife. In Hinduism, death is part of the cycle of reincarnation. Ancient Greeks believed in an afterlife, and the nature of one's existence after death depended on their actions in life. Hades, the god of the underworld, was where souls went for judgment. Buddhists view death as a natural part of life and a transition to another state. Throughout history, philosophers thought deeply about death and what it means. Socrates, a central figure in ancient Greek philosophy, thought about the nature of death in Plato's Phaedo. He argued that true philosophers should not fear death, as they understand it as the separation of the soul from the body, and the pursuit of wisdom is preparation for the afterlife. Epicurus, an ancient Greek philosopher, held a different perspective. He believed that death is the end of consciousness, and therefore, there's nothing to fear. He argued that the fear of death arises from misconceptions about its nature. Psychologically, people find it hard to deal with the fear of not knowing what happens after we die. Looking into near-death experiences, studying how we grieve, and checking out how different cultures see death helps us understand more about this inevitable aspect of life. I believe that most of the time we humans think that our story cannot end so simply. We are here for a reason. We are not just a basic life form with a simple life cycle of birth, breeding, and death. However, in reality, the only non-physical difference between a fly and a human is intelligence. We learned how to use tools long ago, and other life forms didn't, giving us the ability to shape our environment, communicate complex ideas, and build societies. This difference made us think that there's more to our story. Death can't be the end. Our intelligence allowed us to wonder about the mysteries of life, think about what our lives mean, and imagine things beyond what we can see and touch. This special ability has driven us to search for the meaning of our existence, questioning the idea that our story finishes when we die. But I believe it's that simple. There is no true or wrong answer to this. Everyone has a different opinion and belief. Please don't obsess over this topic as I once did. It can lead to a challenging mental state of existential crisis. Instead of getting stuck on the questions about death, it's often wiser to focus on living our lives to the fullest, appreciating the journey and the unique stories we create along the way.